This job has been an amazing bit of collaboration between everyone involved. We've decided there's no amount of words can describe what goes on here. No amount of photos can accurately depict it. No amount of videos can probably tell the whole story of what goes on here on a daily basis to transform this old industrial site into a hospitality mecca.
Bill, I'm sure you're excited to see it out of the ground now. All three muses coming out of the ground. You must feel so relaxed about where you're going, and you're in control of it now.
I do know it's comforting to be able to survey progress from here. You can finally see things happening on each building. This time last year, we were still extracting obstructions from the footprint of these buildings. There's been a huge amount of progress. Time is money on this, obviously, so we're hitting all the weekends. We got 2 shifts going. We're almost to the point where the enclosure lets us do a bunch of overtime on the interiors. All the door frames are set, utilities are pressure tested and inspected, then they're good to cover. Then we'll start production drywall on this floor.
Won't be too long before we'll be renting rooms here.
So right here we're in process of setting the rooftop event trusses. This will be event space, public space in this whole area. 60-foot span. Once decked and finished out and you're on top of the event space, it'll be adjacent to the electric moon bar and have a great view of the smokestacks above us. So here's a great shot of the north facade of the power plant. From this perspective, you can see the 6th floor roof, the new steel. That's the top out of the guest rooms. 90% complete. It's been a great amount of progress. After we placed the 5th floor, then we're able to get up there and build that 6th floor. So that's almost behind us.
There's 250 plus men and women working diligently every day, making this place a reality. They're pouring sweat, taking something from paper and making it tangible, making it real, putting it in 3 dimensions.
Hello, I'm Leon Crumley, branch manager of Cherokee Pumping here in Savannah, Georgia. We're doing all the concrete pumping down here at Plant Riverside project. On my team, we have 10 guys based here in Savannah. Over the past several weeks, we placed all this concrete down in this bottom basement here. And up here, we poured these slabs, and they was 200 or 300 cubic yards per slab also.
My name is Andy Kulikowski, project manager for CCK Construction Services, which we are the cast in place concrete subcontractor for Plant Riverside District. So right behind me, we're waiting for the concrete to cure. We poured this morning. Still a little too wet, but we'll put our machines on here, put a broom finish on this, then we have a topping slab that goes on top. This becomes the roof area. We started metal decks probably 3 months ago. We've been rolling level 2 all the way up to level 6 now.
My name is Anthony Scicciarini. I work for CCK and I am a field engineer for this project here at Plant Riverside. I take what is per plan in 2D, I put it in the field and make it 3D. Oh yeah. My job is to lay out grid lines and control lines so every trade can come through and put the stuff in the proper place and have it matched from floor to floor.
So this east end of the power plant, has been a lot of progress made here. This is the area that had the old transite siding on it, which couldn't be left by modern code standards. So we stripped it off. So you might think back to earlier in the job when this view just showed one great big wide open space within this power plant. You can see it's now all carved up into the individual floors. So this is typical of our guest rooms now in the power plant. With major structural work complete, we have expedited the interior stud walls. Soon these rooms will all start to look like the model rooms. We're heavy into the interior rough ends and soon to move into production drywall hanging.
In addition to the power plant and restoring that power plant, we're building some new buildings, and they're to be complementary buildings to the power plant. They will be new, easier to build, then they will have a totally different feel.
So what kind of experience am I going to have in here? What's the interior design of this building?
So the Three Muses has a very European romantic concept. Lots of lavenders and light colors, polished chrome, kind of a contrast to the exterior of the building. The inspiration really just came from taking the concept of the actual Three Muses, the Three Graces, and implementing it, giving the guests a completely different feel and experience once they're in the Three Muses.
You know, Bill, there's a great importance to doing these model rooms that we do because that way our interior design team can see exactly where everything is and things they want to move 6 inches one way or the other any particular sockets they need to add, want to add, lighting, whatever. And so when you get to this stage, it really makes it so that you know exactly where everything goes.
So, this is one of my favorite rooms. On the far east end, it's a corner suite. We got a great vantage point to the east end of the Riverwalk.
Those are going to be such premier rooms to be able to come out of your guest room, have a nice little balcony and handrail there. Actually this close to the water. There's going to be nothing else like it anywhere, probably in this part of the country. This is just an awesome spot.
Awesome sunsets from this rooftop, right?
Yeah. We'll be able to watch the sunset over the bridge and play chess out in the middle with life-size chess pieces.
Really?
Yeah, right out here in the middle of it. You didn't know we had life-size chess pieces?
I had no idea.
So we talked about this being a rooftop garden feel, right?
Yes.
Have a very more, I guess, relaxed, romantic kind of feel to it. And you could have a nice wedding here and you could rent out the entire rooftop. So
Yeah.
this would be a very, very nice venue.
That's fantastic. This is going to be super popular. I can already close my eyes and see about 200 people, all with a drink in their hand.
This is the hotel's gonna make you wanna dress up.
That's
for
right.
Sure.
Here's a unique feature of the Three Muses. Between buildings A and B is a connector bridge. If you're coming to the rooftop bar on building A, you come across the top of this connector, or if you're going from room to room inside the space, you'll be in the glass enclosed section. So the first floor of this area, you'll be able to walk straight through off of River Street out to our new riverfront facility with the pavilions and the Riverwalk extension. So today we're topping out building C of the Three Muses. That means we're placing the concrete roof above the 5 luxury loft rooms on the top floor of this building. That's an important milestone topping out this building, as we're now complete with the superstructure on this part of the campus. We'll be moving full throttle into the finishes and construction of the guest rooms on the floors below us, which are already well underway. Here you can see the white crane coming up out of the ground. Well, that kind of starts to speak to the engineering masterpiece we have here, where we have a building excavation deeper than the river. So we've entered into the mass excavation phase of the west garage. We've quickly advanced this to about 17 feet below River Street. We found timber piles, steel piles, lots of old foundation systems from past industrial use and development on the site. We've dug past all those, we've hauled those out. A good number of those were in such good condition, having been buried for 75 years potentially, that they're actually being planed and repurposed into wood products for use inside the facility when it's finished. So over the next few months, we'll advance this excavation and foundations to the bottom of the garage. We bring in the cast-in-place parking deck back up to grade. Soon we'll be going vertically, and the whole site will be topped out. The Atlantic building will be taking shape, and the whole campus will be in the finishes mode. We've been working hard since the beginning of construction, but now visible and tangible production is really starting to show. Soon we'll be ready to see this place opening for business. We can't wait to show what this entertainment district has to offer when it's finished.